to consider when you look at the trends thereof going forward from here. But we need to touch base with the management of NIIT Limited. Rahul Patwardhan, who's the CEO of the company, joins us. They have entered into a new pact with Canada-based RECO. Rahul, good to have you on the show. Could you give us details about this transaction, this deal that you struck? NIIT-led consortium, I believe, has struck a 5-year deal with Canada's RECO to provide education and training programs for real estate professionals.
Yeah, good morning. Yes, this is indeed a landmark deal. As you know, we have been talking about working on large deals in the corporate sector. Over the last couple of years, we've been building up a pipeline of such opportunities. So this is something we've been working on for a while. It's a very important deal because it is with a government-created agency of the state of Ontario in Canada, which is the largest real estate market in Canada. This deal involves our being the prime or lead contractor for doing all real estate certification accredited training for anybody in the province who wishes to be a real estate agent. Which basically means it's exclusive. So anybody who wants to become a real estate agent in that state and practice as a real estate agent has to do a program which would be run by NIIT to the standards defined by RECO. The deal is for a 5-year period with an option for a further extension of 3 years. Given the fact that it's exclusive, while we don't want to give out an official size of the deal, you can look back at the number of people who've been doing these programs over the last many years and the average revenue that the previous incumbent was earning. So the deal in the volume of business in the past was about 30 million Canadian dollars per year. The Toronto market and Ontario market is one of the hottest real estate markets in Canada. And therefore, we can see the demand for people wanting to enter this profession is likely to be higher going forward.
Mr. Patwardhan, afternoon, and something that's the first of its kind. I'll be honest, never really heard of something like this, but based on the kind of historical student enrollment growth, the fees data, what kind of revenue potential and average EBIT margins can we see over this deal over a long period?
Yeah, as I mentioned, we aren't putting out a deal value per se. Having said that, over the last few years, the average total spending by consumers on doing these real estate courses has been to the range of about 30 million Canadian dollars per year. We are working in a consortium, but as the lead provider, we are the one in control over the execution of this deal. We work with a local partner who has centers around the state of Ontario, since we have no desire to set up our own physical centers. So there would be a revenue share of this total amount that would be earned by the consortium, with our, of course, being the lead partner. The deal will be very positive on the EBITDA front because we are predominantly going to be compensated for designing the program and program managing the execution of the program over that period, while our partner does the physical delivery on the ground. And therefore, all assets and the people that are going to be required to do the physical delivery on the ground will be with the partner. And therefore, our margins are likely to be much better compared to a normal CLG business.
Right. Mr. Patwardhan, we understand that you'll be leaving the company for personal reasons, and our best wishes are with you. Since you have been the architect of the company's digital transformation, it will take a while to see actually how NIIT will kind of tread that path, without you being there. How's the journey been so far, and where do you see the company going forward from here?
Yeah, I do regret the fact that I have to leave without having completed the full transformation program that I embarked upon with the management team and the board. Having said that, we did define a 3-year transformation, a 3-phase transformation program of restructuring, re-energization, and renewal. And we have completed the first 2 phases of this program. And we are deeply into the renewal phase with the digital transformation of all the 3 businesses underway. Where we are today is in a very good footing. We have a very well-aligned leadership team around the common strategy for the company as a whole and for each business. Almost all sub-businesses of the company are now back to growth and back to profit. We are seeing very good uptake in our transformed IT curriculum in the B2C business in India. Our corporate business in India is doing extremely well. Our corporate business overseas, of course, with this deal, we will see a lot of traction going forward. So overall, I'm very confident that I would be leaving on a very strong note for the company. I'm still around for the next 3.5 months to make sure there's a very, very smooth transition. Sapnesh, who's moving back to India in the next month or so to take charge, is a long-term NIITian who's been running the largest business of NIIT for many years, and therefore has a very good connect into all the parts of the company. And therefore, overall, this is going to be a very smooth transition on a good wicket.
And can you tell us, was the closing quarter pretty much in line with expectations regarding the post-demonetization recovery?
As you can guess, I cannot comment on the quarter that is just over since we are in the quiet period. But overall, I am satisfied with where we have been able to get to so far. Numbers are still obviously being finalized for the year. You will see specifics of that when we announce our results in the third week of May.
Patwardhan, thanks very much for taking out the time to speak with us. We really appreciate your views, and once again, all the best for the future.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that's NIIT down 7%, 77.35 coming in there. They are touting this to be a game-changing deal that will, give a facelift to revenues and EBITDA margins, but we'll have to see how it unfolds. Take a break then. When we come back on the other side, touch base with the management of CESE and also get you an up-to-date on how sentiment is brewing in the markets with the Greed and Fear Mood Index.